Well, ducks were on sale again, and if you're anything like me, you bought a whole bunch of them and now you're not quite sure what to do with all these things before they actually go bad. But actually, I've done this before. Although it may seem odd today, actually working with quite a few ducks was not uncommon back in the time of Napoleon. They would actually have to slaughter all their ducks in the winter and then do something with them to preserve them until the springtime in order to keep them fed over winter, which is what we're going to do here. Most of the recipes we're going to be doing this week is actually going to be old school preservation techniques, but we are also going to be doing some recipes where we'll be serving the duck fresh. Before we can actually get there, we need to break down our whole duck into its parts, which is what we're going to do now. All right, so typically when you buy a duck, the neck is already removed. However, in this one, that is not the case, so we are going to have to cut it out ourselves. So we pretty much want to find out where the base of the neck is and then make an incision directly across that. All right, so after removing the neck, whether it's still attached to the body or if it's inside the carcass, the first thing we're going to do is remove the wings, because that's the easiest place to start. And what we really want to do is figure out where the shoulder joint is, and we're going to make an incision to expose the shoulder joint. And that way we can cut right through the joint without dulling our knives by hitting too many bones. Okay, after removing the wings, we're going to move on to removing the legs. And we're going to start off by outlining where the thigh meat comes into the carcass, and we want to make a radial cut, but trying not to actually hit the breast meat or the thigh meat. And once again, we're looking to expose the joint where the leg actually attaches to the carcass. Now, if we were breaking down the chicken at this point, after removing the leg from the entire carcass, that's when we would separate the drumstick from the thigh. However, with duck, traditionally we leave them as one whole piece. And now we're going to move on to removing the breasts. And you want to make sure that the scapula or the breastbone is facing upwards. And we're going to make a long incision along the scapula in order to expose the breast meat. And then we just pretty much want to follow along the rib bones, the rib cage, trying to make long, deep cuts until the breast is completely separated. And we repeat on the other side.